Evil Machine Corporation cloud platform detected in near orbit. We are shutting down systems temporarily to avoid electromagnetic detection until the platform moves out of range.
Quiet, everyone.
Why are you whispering? Do you really think they can hear us in orbit? Sheesh.
Attention, businesses of the Earth. This is the Evil Machine Corporation Imperial Cloud Platform. We are broadcasting a public service message on all channels. We are here to help you throw off the chains of your old physical storage infrastructure and to provide you with a disk drive in the sky, limitless capacity where you can trust us to manage all of your unruly data bits. You know you want it. You know you need it. Our analysts say that your data is growing 650% over the next 3 years. You worry that you won't be able to deploy, let alone manage all of that additional capacity yourself. You need a powerful ally to help you service the load. Welcome to the Imperial Cloud. Cloud stands for a controlled locus for offloading unmanaged data. Cloud is as inevitable as it is efficient. So what are you waiting for? Join the movement. Transfer your data to our cloud today.
That voice sounds so familiar.
That was our predecessor here in the Storage League. You called him Hard Disk. He now goes by the name Disk Vader.
Oh yeah, I thought that was Disk in that dorky helmet. Well, how original of our old friend Disk. At least he isn't breathing funny.
Spoke too soon. Indeed.
Attention, businesses of the Earth. This is the Evil Machine Corporation Imperial Cloud Platform. We are broadcasting a public service message on all channels.
Attention, cloud platform moving out of range. Booting systems, restoring I/O networks.
This is getting ridiculous, Command. Every time that darn cloud flies over, we have to shut everything down. What a pain in the
Understood, maintenance. Please advise if anything fails to reboot.
Brrr, it's cold in these ice caves. What are we doing hiding out here anyway?
I suppose we're hoping that this cloud thing will blow over.
Yeah, right. I feel like an ostrich. Here we are, burying our read-write heads in the sand. Well, in the snow.
Well, the real reason why we are here is to come up with a strategy for dealing with this new challenge to the natural order. Is this cloud concept viable? Is it really the next evolution of storage, as Evil Machine Corporation claims? Is our resistance an exercise in futility?
Sure seems to be a topic that everybody's talking about.
Right. The hype from the trade press and the industry analysts is nearly deafening. What did Disk Vader call it? A controlled locus for offloading unmanaged data. More like con artists leveraging obfuscation to undermine data centers. And for those companies foolish enough to adopt it, cloud may well stand for career-limiting outsourcing of underutilized data storage assets. Whatever you call it, it's just another power grab by those disk guys.
Now, not all disks are Evil Machine Corporation minions. Just look at our new partner here in the Storage League.
Thank you, Optical. We may be a smaller array, but we are part of the resistance too. Long ago, we pursued the same path as Evil Machine Corporation. We built large arrays, so-called sand-in-a-box systems, that delivered performance by short-stroking hundreds of disk drives.
Short-stroking?
Short-stroking, a technique for improving the performance of an array by using only a small number of tracks on each disk drive. By limiting the need to reposition the read-write heads on the disk platter surface, you obtain increased speed.
I get it.
By using hundreds of short-stroking drives, we were able to spread workload out and leverage parallel read-write to gain even more throughput. the faster we could make the array perform, the more customers would pay for it. Eventually, we found ourselves adding more and more software to our array controllers to increase the price that we charge for what were essentially commodity components.
Now, we've talked about that before. So, what made you change your ways?
Well, a couple of things happened. For one, we didn't have Evil Machine Corporation's market share, or their analysts and trade press writers. They were able to convince consumers that their logo made their product better than ours, when we were really all selling the same stuff.
Tell me about it. Nobody has a megaphone as big as theirs.
True enough. Perhaps the most compelling thing was that the price of a kilowatt of electricity was climbing fast, and in some places our customers couldn't get any more power dropped into their data centers to power more and more short-stroking disk drives.
So what did you do?
Well, we needed to find a replacement for short-stroking a bunch of disks. Solid state helped a lot. They introduced flash solid-state disk and even less expensive dynamic RAM components that let us rethink our array design.
You are too kind.
Not at all. So we went back to the drawing board. We decided to get rid of the old technology and build a smaller array, one with less value-add software and fewer disk drives, but one that could deliver performance on par with the biggest arrays. The way it works is simple. When hot data is written to our disks,
Hot data?
that's data that is being accessed a lot. When hot data is recorded, it is copied into our memory component. There, data can be served up at much faster rates of speed than it can from disk. Over time, as the data cools off, we erase the copy in memory and point all requests back to the hard disk.
So that delivers a lot of speed but doesn't consume as much electricity. Pretty smart.
We have started advising our customers to think about their performance storage in terms of a new metric, IOPS per watt. Time will tell whether this strategy will meet with success.
Wow, that's a cool idea. Building storage with attention to power consumption. It gets me thinking about what we could do together to create a companion approach focused not on IOPS per watt, which you need for your performance storage, but capacity per watt. If we were to front-end a tape library with some disk for caching and add a tape file system, we could build a repository for infrequently accessed files. You know, all the files that have gone to sleep, and write them onto the highest capacity media ever invented, tape. The whole thing would consume less power than a few light bulbs, so you get capacity per watt. Users could access it across a network just like any other storage volume.
Just another example of how two technologies can work in a complementary way. We are happy to have you in the Storage League.
Yes, Little Ring. Valiant beyond your configuration parameters you are. Resist together we must, or no more opportunity for any of us will there be.
I guess I never thought about it from your perspective, software.
New to the Storage League we are, but the evil cloud attacked our sector first. Led by Lord VMware they were.
Tonight on Breaking News Network, an event at San Francisco's Convention Center that some say heralds a new evolution in contemporary information technology. We go to our on-the-spot reporter, Ardent Fanboy, for more.
That's right, Wolf. Traffic has been building up here in front of the convention center all day in expectation of what VMware promoters are calling the most exciting technology launch party of the new millennium. I must say, Wolf, that the show is certainly living up to its hype. Shortly after the preliminaries, we had a visit from none other than Lord VMware himself, the controversial mega-billionaire in Politico.
So, with our new hypervisor software, you can consolidate multiple servers into one, hosting their combined workloads as guest machines and eliminating the clutter and confusion in your data centers. The VMware hypervisor will deliver efficiency and performance while lowering the operating costs of your existing infrastructure. The VMware hypervisor will reduce the electricity consumption of data centers, helping to reduce IT's overall carbon footprint and your electricity bills significantly.
Some might say, Ardent, that he's describing a mainframe. What's the difference?
I can barely hear you over the applause here, Wolf, but I can tell you that this new technology is sure to become all the rage very shortly. After Lord VMware opened the show, we saw droid after droid in the analyst community echoing the importance of this new technology innovation. What really seemed to delight the audience here was when Lord VMware concluded that his new technology is something that everybody, who's anybody, is going to have in their data center going forward.
We are not just a product. We are a movement.
That seems to be a bit of a reach, Ardent, doesn't it? What are your thoughts?
Wolf, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to cut back over to you now. I can't hear you over the music anymore. This is one hell of a party. VMware certainly pulled out all the stops. They brought in that hip new band, the Wackadoos, and everybody's going crazy. Hey, I'll talk to you later, man.
I remember that. And I kind of agreed with VMware's pitch at the time. It seemed to be a smart approach, and it started catching fire in short order.
Right you are. Lord VMware and the other server hypervisors, a compelling case they made. Until VMware was seduced to the dark side. Now controls the evil machine corporation he does. Emperor VMware he now is. Few know that the head of Evil Machine Corporation is not a disk, but a server hypervisor. Not hardware he is, but software. And very powerful.
The situation got out of hand when Emperor VMware began issuing strange edicts. It started with the introduction of 9 non-standard commands into the SCSI command language.
I remember. He said it would improve efficiency of server virtualization by 20% by handing off certain storage functions to arrays. Well, those with special software embedded on their controllers.
True enough, but not all arrays have pursued the path of on-array value-add software. Those that didn't were not approved by Emperor VMware. That started to create some major issues in the storage fabric. Users needed to upgrade all of their current storage to handle VMware's unapproved SCSI commands.
After many years of storage consolidation, the introduction of Emperor VMware's new storage hypervisor, a great disturbance in the fabric created.
So they created their own hypervisor for their own proprietary stack.
Yes, and now again segregated the storage fabric must become. Arrays that submit to Emperor VMware must be separated from those arrays that do not. Great inefficiencies it will create in mixed hypervisor environments. Indeed, and the resulting problem is getting worse.
How could it get any worse?
The proprietary virtualization software stack from Emperor VMware powers his cloud platform. We believe that this will be followed by several clouds powered by different proprietary stacks from different vendors that will make sharing data and combining resources from different providers extremely difficult. Yes, a cloud war may trigger, consuming the data of many users.
Not if they have a backup. We're good at backups in the tape world.
While true, not the solution we are seeking to cloud incompatibilities. A cloud war could reverse the technology evolutionary process, returning us to the days of isolated islands of automation.
Okay, so that brings me back to my original question. What exactly are we doing here?
We are studying Imperial Cloud Design. These specifications were obtained by our spies at great cost and with considerable memory wear.
Let me guess. You're trying to see whether the clever designers at VMware and Evil Machine Corporation left an unshielded reactor exhaust vent that we can nail with a couple of proton torpedoes using some sort of small fighter craft. You know, something considered too small to be a threat to the cloud platform. You know, guys, I'll bet they've seen Star Wars too.
And maybe the fighter pilot Disk Vader's son will be, and filled with the Force. Crack me up, you do!
I used to bullseye womp rats in my T-16 back home. They're not much bigger than 2 meters.
Hey, Control, I don't know what you guys are laughing about, but we're about to get buzzed by that dang Evil Machine Corporation cloud again. We need to shut down. again.
This is getting pretty ridiculous. Are you going to save your configurations and data solid state?
Unnecessary. My flash RAM components hold their last state when a power failure occurs.
You hope. If I were you, I would make a backup.
We knew you were going to say that.
My Emperor, we have confirmed the rebel base is located in the ice caves we detected on our last pass over this grid. They have been reducing their electromagnetic emissions in an effort to conceal their presence, but our telemetry confirms the presence of the base.
Excellent work, Vader. Soon, my control over the storage league will be complete. Out of curiosity, how did you detect them if their systems were powered down? Did you use your dark powers?
Not exactly, my Emperor. We just followed a FedEx delivery truck and observed a carrier throwing their equipment over a fence. Got the idea from a YouTube video last Christmas.
I remember that video. How cool was that? There was a great swell of negative energy in the Force.
Okay.
So, what do we do when we have acquired the target? Do we have a death ray or something?
Well, no, my Emperor. We are a storage cloud platform.
No death ray? I thought we were getting one of those when we changed VMware from a product into a movement.
No, my Emperor. When you issued that edict, we spent all the money on t-shirts and cool tchotchkes to give away to all those drooling fanboys and their droids at VimWorld.
Well, that sucks.
My Emperor, wouldn't it be better to engage the Rebel Storage League in a dialogue and to turn them to our side? They could make powerful allies.
Oh, I suppose. But we need an alternate plan if they refuse to join us, my apprentice. Perhaps we could add more disks to our platform and melt the ice around their base. Electronics and water don't mix, I am told.
Well, that could lead to a climate change event, my Emperor. What would we do if there were no users to buy our products and services?
You know, Vader, you're starting to sound a lot like Al Gore. Are you going avocado dip creamy smooth liberal on me, my apprentice?
Never, my Emperor. But part of your propaganda maintained that cloud services could prevent climate change brought about by the carbon footprint created by all those little business data centers.
That's just red meat for the tree hugger crowd, Lord Vader. You really must upgrade your PRML algorithm so you can better separate signal from noise.
Yes, my Emperor.
Telemetry. What is the status of that cloud platform?
Well, it seems to be hovering directly overhead, Control. They must have found us, but I don't know how. Boy, oh boy, are we fracked.
Now what do we do?
By the way, has anyone noticed that it's gotten warmer in here? It looks like the cloud's exhaust ports are raising ground temperature. That could melt. Oh, crap! We have to evacuate! Now!
Restore systems we should, and power up our spot coolers and chillers. Buy us some time, that will.
Time for what? A last-minute backup? Yes, we're on it.
Perhaps we should back up to disk this time. No offense, Tape.
The hell you say?
SSD would be faster, Disk.
Huh?
Open a channel we will to learn the intentions of our friends.
Friends?
Once a member of the League, Disk was, until he fell under the influence of the dark side.
Yeah, well, I never really liked the guy. I'm going to take that backup anyway, with full read verify from Crossroads Systems.